Welcome to another episode of Kickin with Skinny. I got a celebrity guest in the building. How I should say this? DJ, dancer, entrepreneur. Am I missing anything? Like,
we're missing artists.
Artists.
You know what I mean? You don't want to miss that.
The list is long though.
The list is long. It keeps going. I jack of a lot of trades.
Yeah, we got Dean August in the building, people. You know what I'm saying? Jersey native, you know what I'm saying?
Big Jersey native.
Born and raised in Jersey.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Born and raised. Jersey.
I remember the last time we linked up for Freestyle Friday was 2008.
I'm standing at my locker and all boys keep stopping. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? Listen, my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is blue. All boys keep jocking. They shake 5, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2.
A big 4-year gap, but you know what I'm saying? We back in here. We're kicking it.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
How was that experience though, man?
That experience in between time?
Between that.
Oh man. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was the same for like everybody. It was kind of just like an up and down phase. I mean, for me, it was more just like, you know, we was all really included. So me being like an extrovert but kind of introvert, it was kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be outside. I want to engage with people. You know me, I'm like a socialite.
Yeah,
and shit,
I know that on Instagram.
Throw me in a box, you feel me? Throw me in the crib. Can't do me like that.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We made it through. You feel me? We out here now.
Yeah, man.
Kinda.
Okay. We making progress.
We making progress. That's how you say it. We making progress. You feel me?
So first, and let me know if correct me if I'm wrong. Like first, you were DJ, right? Because that's how you started out.
Yeah,
or
well,
dancer DJ, or what do you think? Like,
all right. When you say started out, right?
Okay.
You gotta. Are we talking about started out into like the public eye, like who I became, like when I became.
Yes. Yep. Public eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Public eye. That's what did it. The DJing did it. So
Okay.
that's really what it started off as.
Okay. So how like what's your origin story? Like what's Dean August
the
origin story? Yeah, for you. How you started out?
DJing.
Okay.
All right. So how did I start out doing that? All right. So I mean, it's kind of funny because it didn't happen on purpose. Like a lot of DJs have like stories where they be like, "Yo, I've been DJing since like I was 14, or I've been doing it since I was like 6."
Right.
And it's like for me, it was kind of just like my boy was a DJ. So it's like, say you know what I mean? Me and you cool. I'm not a DJ. You a DJ. I come to your spot. You got your turntable set up. You doing it. I come by, my old Skinny. That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just start playing with it. You showing me some things. I just kind of learned the basics and then took off. Like, it was kind of just like that thing where it was just like, oh, shit, now I know how to do it. I got you who know how to do it. So now let's do it together. You kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of sorted, and that's how it started. And we started just banging out events. We was rocking with a lot of people. It got crazy. Like, I don't know. Not too many people that I started off with, I still, like, you know what I mean?
So rock with?
Yeah, we still
now?
rock with. So I don't know about saying their names.
Okay.
But I don't know about saying their names. But some of the people that I was around got the acclaim to be pretty good, like pretty high, pretty well known. It helped a lot on getting the name out there and getting that network. We were networked with like pretty big people, you know what I mean? Pretty big names, and like how that was working was good. So on the back end, I was just doing my thing, catching gigs on the side, building up like that. A lot of my stuff happened in college because that's how everybody got to know me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's the same for me too. Yeah.
Right. So I linked up with a couple fraternities. Honestly, it was the Greek life thing that kind of helped resonate like the name and got Dean August to be like Dean August, because in Greek life everybody's already unified, damn near. You feel me? You get cool with one of them, they throw an event, they push you to DJ. You got their frat plus all their, you know, friend grads, everybody that, you know, mess with them.
Yeah.
They coming to the barbecues, the events, they partying, and who's putting on the party? Dean August.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a staple though, because they bring you back every year. I noticed like with all of the colleges, like Willie P, like Keen, all of them, it's kind of like a staple. Every year, they bring you back for the same thing, so everybody know you as Dean.
Yeah. I mean, the colleges, they got kind of like acclimated to what was going on once they saw the Greek life stuff, because the Greek life stuff brought it from the outside to inside. Because now you bringing it back into the colleges. Now you're doing events at college. Now the colleges see you, and they're like, oh, okay, who's this DJ that got all these kids? So, you know what I mean? Then they get you for their events. It's just a crazy network. Like, you know what I mean? Like, network. That's all you can really say. Like, you're going to have, you can't be one of those people that's just like, nah, I don't need help.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Especially
I can
in
do
the
that.
DJ world,
Especially in the DJ world. You're not
music
gonna, nobody, it's competitive enough for you to be thinking that you out here trying to fight everybody.
Everybody have an ox out. Yo, I'm a DJ. Like, no, you're not a DJ.
People will take your job off an aux cord.
Everybody. But,
off an aux cord, they'll take your job.
Yeah. Because I remember one time I saw you, I think you probably was on like a like a college tour. Like you probably was DJing that one day, maybe 5 colleges. I don't know. I'm not over exaggerating.
No. You're probably
one
right.
of these days, you were just back to back. We're like, God damn, you was just like, and that was inspirational for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, I
so
feel that.
when you DJ these like parties, fraternity parties, or anything like,
Yeah.
when you see people DJing to your music, how do you feel, man?
When they playing it, like
Yeah.
other DJs, it's so crazy because people will send me like even if they're at the event and they playing like a Dean August club song, somebody will just take a quick 10-second, send it to me and be like, yo, look, this DJ, is this even allowed? Like, can this DJ, are they even supposed to be playing other DJs' music?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, it's a DJ world, like, it's music. If they gonna play, I'm not playing.
I play all the
You know
DJ
what I mean?
Jersey Club.
You feel me? You
I play
other
Carvel
DJs?
stuff. I play
Carvel
everybody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I play
yeah,
your
of
stuff.
course. Like,
Yeah.
why not? But yeah, I get excited. It's like, you know, a little sense of flattery,
Yeah.
but it's dope to know that people like your stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, who wouldn't like that?
And that's the producer side, right? Like how you got
Oh,
into
yeah,
like
100.
like producing from like being a DJ. Obviously you started out DJing first, then-
Right. And then the producing kind of snuck in because that's how I started making Jersey Club and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah. So, I guess that kind of snuck in. Like, my boy, he was kind of just like telling me to dabble in it. He'll usually kind of edge me to do stuff. And being who he is, I'm always like, nah, I don't want your advice. But then it's just like, every time he edges me to do something, I do it, it always ends up being hot. Like, it gotta be something
Yeah.
great. So, it's like, all right, whatever. So, I started playing with it. How do I say? All right, so DJ stuff. So, you know, you put your cues in. You got your, you know, you could tap it. It's going to go right to your spot, right?
Right.
So, I'm playing with that first. I'm making these mixes. I'm playing with, you know, just hitting certain drum pads. I'm getting it. All right, cool. Then I take it into the project. Now, everything's in a pattern now. Now, you got to cut it. You got to slice it. You got to put it, da-da-da. Anyway, long story short, it was just kind of just a process. It was just like I hopped in it. I got in it. I started messing with it. I made something out of it. I put it out. People resonated, and then it just inspired me to keep rolling with it. I was already educated on how to use the project, so now I just had to learn how to gauge myself to use it for a different purpose.
Right. Because people
Yeah.
already know the name, the brand, Dean
Right.
August. So when you start producing now, and then you hear your tagline, because you have a tag in your song, like people know.
Dean August.
Yeah,
Like,
people
everybody
know
loves
you.
that.
Yeah, so
Everybody
like,
loves that.
Everybody's going to play your shit because the brand and the name is already out there.
Yeah.
From DJing.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
It's
That's
dope. They like the tagging on. The only thing I got left to like is the song. And then
Yeah.
once they like that, we out.
Right.
End up on a playlist or something.
Yeah. So from the DJ to the producer,
Right.
and somewhere in all of that is dancing.
There's dancing in all of
Yeah.
it. In all of it. Because what got me hyped also as a DJ was the I guess the quote that like, oh, that's the DJ that come from behind the booth and he danced with this dude. Yeah, that was, I don't know. That alone, just that action kind of made it like, wow, all right, you stand out now. You know what I'm saying? Like now a lot of DJs take the time to be like, oh, you, and then run out to the front, hit they little
I ain't gonna lie, man. I got 2 left foot. That's me. I don't dance. You know what I'm saying?
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, you know what
It's
I'm
not for
saying.
everybody.
I DJ, but I even ask Will. Like I have 2 left foot, bro. I want to. I can help myself. It's like swimming. I can't swim. I can float. You know,
Okay.
I can help myself.
I can't swim. I'm not too good at swimming.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
we on the same boat.
I
with
can
that.
help myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate the fact that you DJ, you produce, and like you like your own hype man.
Yeah,
in a way, right?
In a way.
I'm
in a
pretty sure
way.
you don't need a hype man on the mic like you do your own
Oh,
thing.
the MC stuff, yeah, I
The
do
MC
that.
stuff,
I do
you know
that,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that was dope, the fact that I see you out there like dancing. It's kind of like the dancing community know you, the DJ community know you, the producing. So you have everybody
All
that
those
really know you.
avenues holding it down, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to do this to you, but how would you rank it? The DJ, the producing, the dancing?
Like if I had to pick one over the other?
Yeah, like
those
how would
three?
you rank? Yeah. I know that's hard.
It's hard. I mean, all right. I mean, if I had to do it, I would put DJ first because that comes with its own like feel of fulfillment. Like even if I don't run out and dance, if I DJ and I shut the club down, I shut it down for 4 hours, I'm still leaving with a, you know what I'm saying, with a body full of, you know what I mean, I'm in my bag. Like, you know what I mean? I just did that. I'm feeling like that Nick. So it's like, all right, cool. That's his own feeling. So I'm gonna put DJ up top. Then after that, I'm gonna put dancing. Dancing fun. You feel me? Dancing more for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like freeing myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do I feel like I do mad stuff, and like, you know, just to kind of have an avenue where I can get to people and not feel like I'm trying to just do like serving them. If I'm not serving them a party, if I'm not trying to sell them something, if I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? It just gives me a chance to get with people and kind of just engage in a fun way, in a free way. You know what I mean? So I love dancing. So I'm gonna put that over producing. I'm gonna put producing as the third over those two.
Gotcha.
Not to say it's what I don't like the most or whatever, but it's just to say that producing for me personally is a thing where I would do it if I feel like, or if I'm inspired, like something has to happen for me to want to produce. You know what I mean? I don't just hop to the lab and produce something. You know what I mean? Something has to happen. I have to hear something. I have to, you know what I mean? And then it'll cause me to do that. More of my work comes from like being behind the mic, grabbing the pen. You know what I mean? Making the beat cool, making it, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna put it over free-spirited dancing. I'm not gonna put it over hype man DJ. You know what I mean? Those are big things. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my rank.
Do you like limit yourself when it comes to dancing? Like, is it more like Jersey Club and then it kind of like everything after that? Because you do more like Jersey Club, but do you limit yourself?
Right. See, I do more Jersey Club outwardly because that's the community that, you know what I mean? It's like finding a dance style that you just like, you know what I mean? There are a whole community of just Jersey Club dancers in Jersey. And, you know what I mean? That's just the dance. So, of course, I'm with that and, you know, whatever else they got to bring. But I actually started like, you know what I mean, younger. I was dancing. I was like just pop locking, doing my Amorion, Icebox, Chris Brown shit. Doing it. I was doing my thing regardless. So I kind of transitioned and brought that into Jersey Club once I kind of found out or got introduced to Jersey Club and realized like pop locking was a lot of the dances they were doing anyway. They were just doing it a little bit different and a little bit faster. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I just got to adapt. And then from then, I just kept adapting. Like as the times changed, as Jersey Club changed, as like a sound, I just kept evolving with it, trying to keep up, like to this day. So it's cool. It just happened to be that thing that I just kept evolving with, and it just happened to be, you know, for a lot of people that I hung around. You know, you DJing in Jersey. Jersey Club is like,
you have to.
That's Jersey Club. Like it's legitimately clubs in Jersey playing this music. This is Jersey Club.
But that's dope. You know what's crazy? Because I've been living in Jersey for the past like 6 years, and every dude that I've met could dance Jersey Club.
Everybody.
So I don't know if y'all started him like at the age of 2 years old.
Hey yo.
I've met like one dude that like don't dance. Probably me. I'm from the Bronx, but every dude. Every dude that I met, like, they could dance, bro. Like, you know, I don't know if it's just like you guys just, come out of the womb, you just like start dancing. Is it a thing? Is it a Jersey thing? Like every.
I don't know. I mean, you from New York, you got light feet. I don't know if you know a lot of people that did
from
that.
Harlem, all that shit.
Yeah, all that light feet is dope. So I don't know. I feel
not everybody. All right, so I originally grew up in Jamaica, right?
Okay.
So I came here 20 years ago. So in the Bronx, not everybody where I would meet could dance like light feet. But for Jersey, everybody.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
like
knows
a
about
staple.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I don't know if y'all start from young, middle school,
they
grammar
can start
school.
from as young as middle school, young little kids. It don't got no. You know what I mean? It does not discriminate against age, gender.
That's dope though.
You can be guy, girl, 2 years old, 10 years old, 30.
Yeah.
Still, you know what I mean?
Dancing,
doing your thing. Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You could, as long as it's in your household, as long as it's around the people that you're around, as long as it's something that's introduced to you in a good way, it could be at any age.
Right.
You take it in, bro. That's it.
I love the fact that anytime I hit up like a club or like a party or like a hookah lounge, like everybody's like in a circle just dancing. I love that vibe. No, it's dope. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather that than people
just posting up in the corner,
posting up, sipping, talking to them, the person they came with. It's boring.
Yeah.
Get some movement in your life.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
Yeah.
But talk to me about now the transition from the artist, the producer, the dancer to being like an actual artist now. Like what was that big transition? Because I noticed you dropped your first, it was like a 4-pack in 2019. It was the 1-800 EP, right?
Yeah, 1-800 EP. That came out in 2019. I like that you said like you're actual artist now.
Yeah.
That felt like something. I like
right?
that you said that. I'm like, I'm an actual artist. Nah, because it took a minute, you know what I mean? The transition was like, it was scary. I wanted to say it was fun, but it was scary. And but it was like a scary fun. It was like exciting, but nervous. You know, like when you're about to get on a ride, and you're like, oh shit, you kind of got to pee. And you're like, oh, I want to get on. I know that shit about to be scary as hell. So it felt like almost the same kind of thing. Because it was like, I'm putting myself out there. You know what I mean? I'm not only just DJing for you. I'm not playing somebody else's music. Music is like, that comes from you, especially when it's personal music. That's coming from
something you wrote.
Something you wrote, you've been through, you've been there. You know what's up. That's coming from you, and you putting it out for other people to enjoy and kind of eat up. So being like the DJ who, you know, I had to talk here and there, I'm just hyping them up, to being to somebody like, now I'm behind the mic. Now I gotta woo you. Now my songs gotta sound good. Now I gotta. It was crazy. Like, you know, what a lot of people don't know. My bad. I forgot to. A lot of people don't know. I was actually doing the artist thing way prior to DJing. So it was a transition from artist to DJ to producer to XY, and then back to artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you wasn't pushing the artist in the beginning.
Not
a lot,
per se, but like remember when I asked you, I was like, when you said started off with, do you mean what got me, like what got Dean out there? You like why people know Dean. The DJing did that. But prior to that, I was just another kid in his room, listening to his beats, writing whatever, recording whatever, trying to make it sound like something. That was me. Prior to all that, prior to the person you see today, you probably know it, got the image in your head. Right. So now I'm just reintroducing what I had a love for since I was like 9. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like that. Yeah. So that's kind of why it was such a scary move for me. I felt like, damn, this is what I love. So now I'm like, if people don't accept this, or if people don't feel like how I feel about it, it's gonna feel like something.
But talk to me about that though, because even as a DJ, put in a freestyle out there, put in a mix out there, anything, I'm the type of person, I second guess myself a lot. I know I need to let that go, but how was it for you to like, yo, I'm about to drop my first EP, people are gonna have positive and negatives. Like how do you combat that? Like, you know, actually take that leap of faith to like, you know what, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it.
That's good. You know what? Asking me that is funny because when it comes to DJing and dropping a mix, or like, for me, it's more technicality than personal feel. Not to say that I don't love it, but it's not about that. It's like having something you love, but you still discipline it because you know you have to, but you're not hurting it because you don't like it. Right. You know you got to. You just love it. You got to do it. So it's like, all right, bet. I'm putting this mix out because I know it's going to help. You know what I mean? It's going to get people to know me. Technically, this mix is mixed well. That's all that really needs to be done. After that, it's out. Yeah. I don't even think about it. It's like, people like it or not, they're gonna hit play because what's on it is the content. It's the content that they want. You know what I mean? It's what the people want. So they're gonna play it.
Regardless.
Yeah. After that, see?
Yeah, it's
after
out of your
that,
hands. Like you liked it, you did it. You did the
yeah. It's technicality. But with music, like it's more like telling you a story and me wanting you to react to it, and you don't. Like me telling you, like, oh man, I just got married or some shit, right? And my wedding was beautiful, big ass cake, beautiful, you know, bride, whole family was there, friends, and you're like, next story. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what music is like.
To react. Yeah.
That's what it's really like. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's like you're telling these, you know, these stories, selling these feelings, and you just hope it stick to somebody resonate, you know what I mean? But for the most part, you know what I mean, you gotta stick to the obvious fact. Like how you do it. You know, you listen to music, you
clicking,
clicking, you feel me?
Yeah.
So you basing it more on like how everything is sounding now. It is still about feeling and what you wrote, but it's more like, how do I make this sound good for you? Right. How do I make this sound good to the majority of people, at least? You know what I mean? Like what? And that's when you got the DJ background. You know what gets people moving in the clubs. Yeah. Now you just gotta. It's science.
It's like a perfect transition because
science. Yeah.
The DJ, like you know all type of genres of music, like the 80s and 90s, the reggae, the compa, you know what I'm saying?
Haitian, yeah. Shout out
everything. So and then the dancing. So when you get to the artist, it's like, you know what the masses want because you've been there. You've been at parties on top of parties on top of parties. So you know what sound and people in Jersey want in New York City versus Jersey. However, like
anywhere, yeah.
So
the sound is different everywhere, yeah. So
yeah,
you DJing, yeah, bro. I feel like it's crazy, like how that even worked. Like life is just funny, bro. Like really being an artist and DJing, you DJ all these places, you get all these sounds introduced to you. You're in front of people, you actually watching them engage, you see what's getting them moving. It's like just raising your music IQ to then go back into music and then bring it back into kind of working in a realm where you get people moving.
Yeah.
But now to your music.
Right.
It's crazy.
Talk to me about
It's crazy.
the 4-pack you dropped.
How
How was that when you dropped it? Like that's the first project.
All right,
like,
so as the first.
How was that?
It was cool. All right, I mean, I guess how do I start this off? Being that I transitioned from DJ to artist, that first project, I guess I wanted to experience the amount of support as if I would be DJing an event or throwing a party. You know what I mean? Heavily, you have like a lot of people in there. You know what I mean? So you get a lot of support, especially when you're good. So it's like when you throw music out there, it's like, oh, you want me to like listen to something else you do. Now they already have to take the choice to do that. And it's just like, So I feel like that first project went okay, went well. It was definitely a good breakthrough for me. But I definitely wanted it to land a little higher, like as far as where it did. But that's understandable. It was my first project.
Yeah.
It's cool. You know, people have to kind of get used to new things. Like I've experienced it with other DJs who I've seen trying to make that transition.
Right.
And it never looks easy, you know what I mean? Because they get used to hearing you for that one thing. And now you do something else, it's like people get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. It's just life.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep going. It's not like anything you can't focus on, because I know it's like in your face, but it's something you just gotta kind of move to the side and just keep focused. Just keep going because it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
Did you tell your friends, close family members that, you know what, I'm about to go through this artist thing?
Yeah.
Did you like, are you like, you know what, I'm keeping this to myself, I'm gonna put my first
That's a great question.
project out?
It was kind of like a self thing.
Okay.
It was kind of a self thing. I get people involved.
Opinions?
Yeah, but they get so scary. Like opinions get so crazy to me because like I'm one of those people that I take heed to a lot of people's. I take heed to words and like stuff like that. So if you tell me like anything that I may feel like is beneficial or could be beneficial, I'm gonna heed your word. But people's opinions and what I might feel is beneficial could get messy when you mix it up. You know what I mean? Just because somebody tells you something sincerely don't mean it's sincere.
True, exactly.
You feel me? So it's like, you know what I mean? I try to keep that separate. I keep my music like with me in this little hermit phase, and then when I'm like, all right, I'm accepting it, and this is where I accept it, that's when everybody gets to kind of feel what that's about. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I kept it. So yeah, my music kind of snuck up. Like even my mom, like she know I do it, but she not heavily involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she kind of snuck up once like a family member heard a song off my last project, which was the While I'm Still Here joint.
Yeah.
And that kind of circulated through the fam, and my mom was like, what y'all talking about? You know, D making music? Yeah, listen to this. And it was like crazy. Like they were real supportive of that one song. So yeah, it felt nice. But it's still cool keeping them keeping them where they at. You know what I mean? I need this for me. I don't like when people get too involved because then it starts effing
the
with
creative process. I get it.
Yeah.
So tell me about when it comes to Dean August, the DJ, the dancer, the producer, the artist. Do you think that those different parties, like they have a different audience or a different like fan base, or everybody's intertwined when it comes to those four?
I want everybody to be intertwined. I'm not gonna hold you. I want it to be like where I can throw everything in kind of like one hub and just have everybody accept it. Just because it's Dean August and he loves it and it's good, we accept it.
Right.
But it feels like like I said, I feel like I just do like a little bit so much where I'm like, I want everybody to see everything, but I don't want people to, you know, feel like I'm just everywhere with stuff, you know what I mean? So I do feel like there's an audience that's solely for like the DJing, they love the parties, they love the events, they love the energy. And there's a different audience for people that are listening, chiming in on like Spotify and Apple Music, stuff like that. There's might be some who, you know, dabble in both, you know, God bless them. But yeah, definitely as far as having separate audiences for both, I do feel like there's I have probably like an audience for a couple things. Even the OMO thing, I'm like, golly, that's just own audience right there. Like, that's Jersey club culture, like Haven right there. That's that audience. And then you got your DJing thing that intertwines in that, but it's more like outward. Like, people love just to party. Like, they see my name on the flyer, they're gonna come out and they're gonna be there. They're gonna hit me up, yo, when's the next party? They're gonna be there. It's like that kind of audience. Right. Then you got the music. When's it dropping? When you're dropping your next single? When is, oh, can I get that? Can we work together? Different audience. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like they have their own. They all have their own, but I would love it if people just kind of engaged with the core Dean August. You know what I mean?
That's the brand.
It's here. Yeah, Dean August is the brand. I'm saying this is a go. Niggas like, it gotta be a go. Yeah. that's how I'm moving. So I'm moving towards that vision, that idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of idealistically moving for like future stuff.
Okay. So OMO.
Yeah.
Entertainment. so how did that start? That's your brand, right?
Yeah, the entertainment brand. So it's like a network more so. We're getting like a lot of people like with potential kind of like engaging in just expressing like what they do. For example, like, let's say you cook, right? And I
do cook. I do cook. I was like, wait a minute. Why you see my shit, right?
Right.
I do cook,
with yo.
Right? Yeah.
Shameless plug. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. But yeah, so you cook.
Yeah.
And let's say, this is just a shameless plug, but now I'm like really thinking, our network is competition based, really. Okay. That's the YouTube. We're watching a lot of dance battles and a lot of competition stuff. So let's say like I had a cooking show that was like a competition where it's like you versus another chef. Okay. Somebody who likes to chef, culinary.
Right.
And y'all doing y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? We recorded that up, throw it out on the network, and then we'll try to run a series behind it. You know what I mean? So it's entertainment based, but it's like battle culture, competition culture, fun.
Anything battle based?
Anything battle based, yeah, as long as we can work with it. Okay. yeah. Okay. As long as we find it to be appealing, something we can work with, we're moving forward on the action just based off of, you know, competition, the love for the sport of just competition.
And how long ago you started that, the OMO?
Well, officially, it turned into that recently. I love that it did, but it turned into that recently. Officially, I got that established in like maybe 2015. Okay. And that started where it was strictly entertainment, where we was like just coming out to events, doing live events. So every time we did an event, we did a live showing, whatever, OMO was like represented just off of word of mouth. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it kind of got to being built up to where it is today.
Yeah. And the clothing line.
And the clothing line.
Yeah, so that you got So when did the clothing line, that's
ZeroK Clothing, yeah.
Yeah, is there like a reason behind ZeroK or just like okay?
Kind of.
ZeroK.
Cool name, ZeroK. Throw it up there. Yeah, kind of. It's not a big, deep meaning, like, you know what I mean? I love the art of just fashion. I like wearing cool stuff, you know what I mean? I personally get involved in jackets. I'm a jacket kind of guy. I love jackets. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. So ZeroK Clothing is kind of like a collective, maybe like 2-3 other people, and we're kind of just like, let's do it. ZeroK came from like not being able to buy us. It's kind of like that, like money can't control us. Right. ZeroK, so K being 1,000, no money can't be bought, kind of thing. Okay. So that was the kind of message that we're putting behind what we are currently designing and selling out.
And this was you and 2 other partners. Plug right there.
Plug. I got one. I got another one in here. I want to see Windbreaker. Hold on, I got you right here.
With the visuals, you're gonna have to zoom up on this one. Whoa, got the orange out.
Now this not for everybody, but you know what I mean. Okay. You gotta break out a little piece. You know what I mean, ZeroK on the top. You know what I mean,
Windbreaker type piece.
Yeah, Windbreaker, man. You know what I'm saying? We coming out with some things.
Official.
Shit, yeah, fill it out, man. It's a Windbreaker. Come on, dog.
Oh, you know what you need to do? You need to do the sweatpants with this shit, bro.
Wow. You talking
Sweatpants. Just imagine this
futuristic
shit
vision right
with
now.
some black and orange.
Come on, dog. And y'all know, y'all gotta have some kicks to.
Bro, with some white uptowns. Ooh.
Don't have skinny
Butter.
style you.
Butter.
don't have
That
skinny
shit
style
was
you.
butter, bro.
Crazy,
Oh
bro.
my god.
I'm telling you.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Is there like a website I could get this shit from, or like it's?
Kind of. We're still
Okay.
listen. It's looking nice. And how I like to do it is there's a website coming,
Okay.
but it's not officially here yet.
Alright.
I'm building it up. I'm doing a couple vending shit. So I'm like, if people, you know what I'm saying, hit you up to vend, I'm bringing some stuff out there. We're still printing. We're still doing our stuff.
That's dope, man.
So once we get like a heavy core, you know what I mean? I'm dropping the web and we're going full up.
I'm on that support list, man. I spend. Yeah, I'm on that support. I don't give a shit.
And if you see something you like,
yeah.
click it.
Yeah.
Because there's only one. I told you we do one-offs.
Oh, really?
We do one-offs. We do a lot of run. All right, so bet we do jackets. So we specialize in jackets, and we do a lot of one-off shit. So we'll get like one style jacket. Like, let's say this is the only kind of style jacket I got.
Right.
Right. We'll design it up. We make it look exclusive.
Yeah.
We put that up. We put a price underneath it. Or sometimes we did auctions. We did bid auctions.
Okay.
And we'll have like the jacket up for a week. This is going on sale on Friday. Make sure you're here for that auction.
Yeah.
You come up. You there. You bidding for the whole day. 24 hours.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You either on it, you not.
Yeah.
So by that 24th hour, whoever got the highest bid, getting contacted, getting the jacket shipped to them.
That's dope because
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
10 years after that, you look back like, yo, I'm the only one that got this jacket.
You the
Nobody
only
else.
one walking with this jacket.
Yeah.
That's really the hotness in that all. Like it's
Yeah.
really crazy. Listen, we do dope stuff. All right, that's the
I
vision.
fucks with it.
Do-
Let me know,
do the
please.
vision.
Let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got you.
I
dog.
definitely support.
I got you. I appreciate that.
So now you have the DJ, the dancer, the artist, the producer. Like, where do you see yourself? Like,
Mogul.
very cliche question, but
Mogul.
like, okay, that's
Like,
it,
nah,
right?
it's just-
Like, where do you see yourself? Is it like starting an empire? People working behind you? Like, you want to push more of the? Because you already established as the DJ, the dancer.
Yeah.
But you want to push more of the artist. Like, where do you see yourself in the next like 5 years with all this?
Empire, yeah, that's a great word, empire for sure. So the next 5 years, I mean, I hate to project the time because I can't control shit.
Right,
but I would
for
love
sure.
it. Ideally, I would love it if in the next 5 years, you know what I'm saying, this network is up and running with about maybe like, I mean, I don't want to put a number on it, but just shows a nice amount of collective shows that you're coming to this network to watch. You're watching is getting buzz. The shows on there are good. They look great, quality. You know what I mean? That's what we're
Yeah.
aiming for. Personally, with the Dean August thing, that was OMO, excuse me. So that's for the OMO YouTube I was just talking about.
Okay.
OMO as a whole, of course, it's only going to get better. So I'm hoping to grow it to the point where we're throwing big scale events. We're doing more stuff like that, live showings, doing more stuff on the internet as far as outside. So both are compatibly smashing at top. So hopefully, ideally, in the next 5 years, that happens. Personally, with the music thing, I'm definitely trying to get into, I want to say the industry, but it's so cliche. I want to get into the industry of music, but yeah, I want to get into it. I want to just say entertainment and all. I want to get into the entertainment industry and all. But the music industry specifically to write or to even be an artist. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be in front, you know what I mean? Take front stage, whatever. But to be an artist, to be a writer, I can see that happening for me. I've been trying to stay realistic about the goals recently, but it's cool to aim for the dreams, you feel me?
You ever think about modeling?
People tell me that.
Yeah, you should do that shit, bro. No doubt. You have the height, all that, yeah.
I don't even know how to get into the lane of that. I know it's so competitive, but I don't even know how to really embark in that. I know you just take some headshots or you take some photos, you try to get your portfolio together.
Right.
But it's never been a
thing
personal
that you
ambition.
wanna-
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Nah,
Like
you
I said, I
should,
do a
man.
lot, but I can do more.
Yeah.
I do a lot, but I can do
An
more.
empire. You just said empire.
I'm
you
an
know what I'm
empire,
saying?
bro. I'm here, so I'm trying to do it while I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really it. Like I just see growth happening in the next 5 years. I see expansion, progression, a couple synonyms for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
That's what I'm at right now. So it's looking good, man.
Yeah,
Just
man.
up climbing.
I've known you for maybe like 4 or 5 years, and I've seen you just like grown over the years. Just because I know you first as Dean, the DJ, then the
DJ.
producer, then the dancer, and now the artist. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
as I was telling you earlier in the interview, just I remember that one specific day you was doing maybe like a college tour. You were just like,
Yeah.
And that was inspiration. Like, yo, I gotta get myself out there. Like, yo, you was driving. Like, you probably was spending maybe like 2 hours at each college.
Yo.
Like, bro, how the hell this dude is doing it? Like 3,
Bro.
4 colleges in one day.
I couldn't when I seen that day, I couldn't even believe how well God set that up.
Yeah.
Like with enough
Because
time
you gotta
in
be
between.
aligned perfectly.
Yeah,
with
you
the time in, all of that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta drive, you got a destination, you gotta park, you gotta set up, then break down, then you gotta drive.
Yeah.
So you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta have enough time in between time to satisfy all those places and not, like, you know, and leave with a good rep. You know what I mean? You shut down everything, you was on time, you set up,
Yeah.
everything was cozy. It was crazy how God set that day up. But it worked out. It was nice. I
Yeah.
couldn't explain it. It was
Yeah.
it was a hot day. It was a nice hot day.
That's dope, man.
It was dope. It was dope, man. All
Anything else
blessings.
you want to tell the people out there, like just about any upcoming projects or anything that you're working on?
Yeah, I mean, if y'all just chiming in, shame on you. Second, stick around. Third, if you've been here, thank you, because you have been keeping me inspired. You have been keeping me motivated to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yep.
And you keeping the plays up, so it gives me more stuff to kind of look forward to giving y'all. So thank you for that. February, sometime in February, I'm not gonna give you a date because it's not fair. There's gonna be a new project coming out, my next EP. I want to tell you a title, but I'm not even concrete on it. But F it, I'm here with Skinny. We might call it Kisses for the Pretty Ones.
Oh.
So I like that title. That's looking like the main title, Kisses for the Pretty Ones. I know, I like that. So we
For
might
the
rock with
ladies?
that.
For the ladies?
It's a R&B bop.
Okay.
But it's still good. It's a good vibe. You can listen to it. It's not
Okay.
for anything specific.
Right,
It's a feel. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometime in February, make sure you look out for that next EP. It's definitely a R&B bop kind of feel, but it's fun, vibey. Definitely check it out. Besides that, more stuff on the OMO. Make sure you link up on the OMO page, OMO Worldwide on IG. Contact me, Dean August Forever on IG. Make sure you stay plugged in with both. If you love Jersey Club, come to the events. Stay chimed in. We do music playlists on SoundCloud.
Hey.
We got a lot of things going on. So chime in on SoundCloud if you want to hear some Jersey Club by our producers. Sounds nice to say. Almost producers.
producers, right?
You know what I mean? So chime in, man. It's going to be fun. So be here, stick around.
Yeah.
You're going to get it done. Just watch.
Dude,
Stick
bro, it was a pleasure. My brother.
Come on, brother.
You already know, man, here first, Kicking with Skinny Dean August. Until next time, we out of here, all right?